All right, what's up? Today we're making an omelet, a bacon, egg, and cheese omelet. This thing is delicious. I'm gonna go through the basic ingredients that you need. So this omelet, we got 3 eggs. We have some cheddar cheese. You're gonna need some butter. You can do unsalted butter or salted butter. If you're gonna do salted butter, it'll be easy when you salt your eggs. I got some pepper, some kosher salt, and then we're gonna have a little bit of milk. So for this omelet, I already prepped the bacon. I already cooked some bacon on a flat top outside. So that's ready to go. And these are all the ingredients that you need for a bacon, egg, and cheese omelet. All right, first thing we're gonna do is mix up the eggs. So I got 3 eggs here. Crack them in a bowl. One trick someone taught me and I always forget is when you're doing eggs, crack it on the side of the bowl so then you don't make a mess like that. So now I got raw egg on my cutting board, right? So crack it on the inside of the bowl. And these eggs look good. Look how orange those yolks are. Then all we're gonna do is scramble up these eggs. Then I'm gonna add the milk. I don't know, like, how do they get the orange yolks? Do you guys know? Like, sometimes you crack an egg and the yolk is really yellow. Then sometimes they're this deep orange. Personally, I like the orange. I don't know. Like when I have over easy eggs, it's like I can tell the difference, but I'm not really sure. So that's about the color, right? And pretty much incorporated. And then you're gonna add a little bit of milk. I mean, I'm not talking a lot, like, I don't know what that is. You can see it gets a lot lighter. And I'd like to say the milk gives a little creaminess to the omelet, but I'm not really sure. This is just the way I've always made them. So I got 3 slices of bacon. So figure, you know, a good ratio for a really good omelet is base the bacon by the amount of eggs. So if you got 3 eggs, get 3 slices of bacon. Now, it's a good idea to break up the bacon. I mean, of course, you could just lay them in there, but if the problem is if you lay them in there and you try to get through it, you might not be able to get through that bacon. And I like to leave it, you know, decently chunked. I don't want a bunch of tiny little pieces. So that way in that omelet, you know you really got a piece of bacon. Another thing to consider, guys, is your cheese. I had already grated this before the video. I do not buy pre-grated cheese. Do yourself a favor. Just get yourself a cheese grater or, you know, one of those stack graters and grate your own cheese. You'll be surprised the difference in the taste. And then never mind the additives. So pre-packaged grated cheese has like paper in it. And that paper is what makes it not cake to itself. All right, so your pan, you want to get it, you know, reasonably hot. You don't want it scorching. You don't want to burn the butter. But the idea of this butter is you want to get it to brown a little bit. So you're going to need a decent amount. The key is with this in an omelet, you do not want that omelet to stick, right? Guys, if you have a non-stick pan, go ahead and use it. I don't cook with non-stick at all. I just don't like that they possibly off-gas that stuff from the Teflon and all that stuff. But so this is good and hot. Might be a little bit of a hot pan, but that butter is going to cool it off pretty quick. You see how it's foaming up? It does get a little bit of brown. So this is going to be just about right. Get the butter to go up the side of your pan like that, and that'll help in case the omelet, it'll prevent that omelet from sticking. So give it a minute to let some of that foam go, and that's perfect. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our eggs. I'm gonna put the eggs right in the middle. All right, now we gotta adjust a little bit on the fly. You can see how quickly it's cooking. Just go ahead and turn it down a little bit. Guys, also your pan size matters. This fits pretty good for 3 eggs. if your pan's too big, you're gonna thin out that omelet too thin. And I tend to not like to go too thin. So what you can do here is we gotta make sure this egg on top cooks. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of liquid there, right? So one trick for this is you kinda pull back aside and you let some of the egg go in there, right? Pull back aside, let some of the egg go in there, pull back, let some of that egg run in there. All right. And then what I'd like to do right here is I got, it's pretty much not too runny on top. I'm gonna go ahead and, I got bacon and cheese and salted egg. And butter was salted, but I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of salt right now for that egg. And what I'm gonna do, and this is a cheat, is cover this for a few minutes. And the benefit of this is now we just created an oven, right? We're gonna try to cook some of that egg that's on top. Hey guys, I wanted to share with you real quick, I have a cooking basics course. It's got lessons in there that will help you learn how to cook or elevate your cooking game. It's extremely affordable. Check out the link in the description or the link above. Now let's get back to the video. Guys, if you like over easy eggs and a little bit runny, the more liquid on the top is fine, depending on how you like it. One thing you need to check, you see how quickly that pulled off, is just make sure you're not burning the bottom. You want it brown, but you don't want it burnt. All right, that egg is looking good. Now you're gonna go ahead and add that bacon to one side. So, figure half of this omelet, right? So add all your bacon, and then you're gonna add your cheddar. Guys, I'll have amounts in the description for this exact omelet, how much cheddar. And then guys, you wanna get sure you flip that while it's brown. So get under there and you're gonna flip it half over like that. Oh, look at that browning, dude. Browning is flavor. That was close. Get it to the middle and then get a lid on it really fast and that way you can get everything to melt in there. And turn down your heat. All right, we're gonna grab this egg, get it off the heat. Right onto a plate. All right, so now I like to add a little bit of freshly cracked pepper on top. So guys, that browning on here is gonna add a ton of flavor. You got that bacon, plenty of bacon, cheddar cheese. Let's give this a shot. That freshly cracked pepper is gonna be good. Guys, you've got to give this a try.